Hey everybody, welcome back. Alright, we've got plenty of stamina here, so let's look at the quest board, because there's going to be some more tutorial stuff to do here. So, essential equipment, you need to learn this to run your base, so we're going to take this quest. So, as you build your base here, you must know about shared container. The shared container is a vital piece of equipment for your residents to live and work in. Alright. So, containers such as crates and barrels have the concept of permissions. There's a lock icon on the right side where you can change the permissions. And so, basically, unless you don't want your citizens going into something, you want to share your containers. That's what he's telling us. So, we can close that. And so, our journal has been updated and something has been put on the ground. So what you can see is there's a sturdy box right there on the ground. Whoops, so we need to pick that up. Let me see here. I guess I just right-click to grab, yeah, there we go. So let's rotate it and we'll put it right there. And so if we left click, we can open the container. Here is the lock. So it's currently private. I'm going to take it and make it shared. So whatever we put in there, anybody can access it. Eventually I'm going to need to start dumping a bunch of stuff in here because my inventory is going to be full fairly soon. Also, another thing is we have a purse here I forgot to mention. If you right click that, there's our money, so that you have some extra slots there in the purse as well. Alright, so there's one quest down. We are filled, we're not hungry, so let's go back to the quest board here. Alright, learn the art of craftsmanship and build a house, and then also you can train for combat. Let's click on defense training. Alright, so many of the creatures you will encounter in the field will attack you on sight. You can see the strength of the enemy by hovering your mouse over the target, and of course it's wise to avoid fighting strong enemies until you're well equipped. So anyway, so here's some quick practical training. I have a passing punk tied up behind the bulletin board. A creature can't move when restrained, so just keep your distance and wait for your life to regain if you're in danger. Now go beat up those punks to your heart's content. So, if we walk over here, we can see there's a gallows, but I don't see the punk, do I? Oh, there he is. Okay. Alright. Like, wait a minute, what? So anyway, we could use our fists, we could use this axe too. So here's the thing. When you mouse over, you can see up the top, a punk, it's red, means it's hostile. Fair is our chance at beating him. It looks like the punk has higher ground than us, of course, because he's hanging from this thing. So if you left click, you'll just do one attack. Alright, so in other words, one turn will pass, but I think also maybe two, because they'll probably counterattack. But this guy is not going to do much. Also, our bear cub also attacked him here. We kicked him and slightly wounded him. So even though I have this axe out, I kicked him. So maybe this axe, yeah, it's a tool, so I guess you're not going to use it in combat. Anyway, so yeah, so you can just left click and manually do your fighting. You can also right click to auto fight. That's usually what I end up doing as long as I know I'm going to win. Otherwise, it's a bad idea. So if I right click, you see, like, it goes through the whole fight. So you can see here all kinds of stuff happened here. I shot an arrow of cold, an ice arrow. The bear hit him, the punk kicked me, and he made a scratch on me. I didn't lose any health, though, in the end here. So all this stuff happened. So you can basically auto-fight, you know, go through the combat. That's what that was. Alright, so we froze him and turned him into an ice sculpture, so that was pretty good. Alright, and then we go over here to the Way of the Crafter. And he says, make a workbench. I already did this. And then, yep, there we did. We already did it. So, our journal has been updated. So anyway, we beat the punk to death, and we have to report back to Ashland. And then we made the workbench already, so we just have to report back and report back. So we just have to find him. He's roaming around the property somewhere, and of course it's hard to see because it's night. Because of course it is. Where is he? Where is Ashland? And who is attacking my bear? What is going on here? Claws something and slightly wound. Oh, it's a turkey. I can't see the turkey. There's the turkey. Alright, I'm gonna auto. Alright. So we took care of that, and we can grab the turkey corpse and put it in our inventory. And this will rot eventually, but we can also cook it. So speaking of that, I don't know where Ashland is. There's what's her name? Fiamma. Anyway, if we craft at the bonfire here, there's meat on the bone. And what we can do is we just need one piece of meat. It's going to take 2 stamina. Now here's the problem, though. There's no fuel in the fire. Somehow the fire is still going, but there's no fuel. So if I click on that, it tells you can use branches or you can use logs. I do have branches, But that's only going to get the fire up to 10% for now, but it's something, okay? It's something. So now, if we go to craft, there you go. Now if I look in my inventory, right here I've got a turkey on the bone. It's juicy, it's poutet sized, and it's well roasted. So we're going to right click it to eat it. And we're now bloated, we ate too much. But that's alright. So as you see here, it doesn't really tell us what bloated does, but I think it slows you down. I don't know for sure. Anyway, where is Ashland? Is he over here somewhere? Because we're not going to see him until we're right next to him, basically, because the visibility is so bad at night. Might as well get some more weeds and things picked up here. I definitely want to go onto the world map here in this episode and show you what that all looks like. But I also just want to get the essentials here out of the way. Okay, this goose is not hostile. Its name is not red, so it should not attack me unless I attack the goose first, so I'm not going to. I'd really like to know where Ash is. This is... I don't understand. Where did he go? I don't know. Okay, is the cub fighting something? Oh no, I pushed him out of the way. Oh no, he is fighting something. What are you fighting? I can't... Oh, it's a bat. Alright, let's auto-attack here. Alright, bat is done. My bear cub is really hurting. That's okay. Alright, it looks like the sun's coming up. I don't know where Ash is. This is ridiculous. Let's talk to her. Let's see. Let me see her equipment. Was there anything else we needed from her? Millstone. I don't think we really need to mess with any of this stuff right now. I mean, the food recipes would be nice, to be honest. But that's 2 gold. I don't know if I want to... Yeah, let's do it. Let's buy the recipe. So anyway, they're now in my inventory, so I got to go over here and read them with right-click. And so, we learned how to make meat roast, which can be made at a barbecue table. Interesting. Right, okay. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Let's get some logs. Or, you know what? Let's go onto the world map. Let's show you what's going on here. So I'm going to go to the edge here and left-click. Alright. Hey, wait a minute. Don't run. Alright, you're now on the global map. In the global map, you can travel great distances, but time also passes very quickly. You'll starve to death if you don't have enough food, and conditions such as poison progress rapidly, so be careful when you move. And when you have nothing to eat, click on yourself. You'll be able to enter an outdoor map. And if you're in the forest or plains, there should be plenty of wild food available. And also, you might get attacked by monsters on the map. See the road. Attacks are less frequent on the road, and the farther you go from the road, the worse things are going to get. So stick to the road. Alright, so here's the cool thing. You see each little grid, each little square here? Each little square is a map like our settlement. So every single one of these squares you can go into and forage or fight or do whatever. So, for instance, if I go... Let's just go right here. Alright, so some time has passed, and I can just left-click, and now we're on this particular tile. And we can't see anything because it's dark. Alright, but, we can, kind of move around to get the map going. During the day, we're not going to have this problem. At night, we've got a big problem. That's a rat. I'm going to kill that thing. So my bear cub is about to die. So I'm going to get out of here. We need to wait till day. This is a bad idea. Okay, here we go. Alright, so now we're going to go back. Now I can see things a little better. So again, where the shadow is and it says enter, that's the edge of the map. If the bear cub dies, I don't care. Honestly, we'll get him back at some point. Let's just see if there's anything cool here. I could get some logs to bring back. Let's chop down this tree. So that only cost us 1 stamina. That was not bad at all. I'm going to pick all that up. I'm just going to go over here. Chop down this tree. We're going to take whatever we get. Cedar tree, I'm going to chop that down. Now, eventually we're going to be carrying too much weight. So if we look here, where does it show me the weight again? I think it's... Was it this? I think it's this. I could be mistaken. I'm pretty sure this is the weight you're carrying. Let's watch it. So it's at 42 right now. I pick all this stuff up. Okay, that's not the weight. Oh, there's a poutet, this little slime thing. Let's kill that. So that's not the weight? Okay, I don't remember where you see the weight then. I don't quite remember. Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Alright, so let's get out of here because the cub's gonna die. I need to talk to Ash. So we're gonna go back here. Alright, so a package has arrived, by the way. 3 hours have passed since we left. We walked 3 miles and we gained experience. So when you go out into the world map and then you come back to your settlement, you'll see that you gained experience. All right, and that is Fiamma. And once again, I don't see Ash. What is going on here? I need to turn in my quests. And Ash has... Oh. Is that... There he is. Okay. My goodness. Alright, have you tried using the workbench? Okay, yeah. We're all set to build the house, but before that we should craft a light source to prepare for the night. Having a light source allows you to see a bit even in the dark night. You can make a torch from the workbench, so gather the materials around here and give it a try. The strings you'll need to make the torch can be crafted from vines, and then equip it in your light source slot. Thank you. Anyway, here's the package that arrived right here. It is a letter. So I'm going to grab it, and we'll read this. And this is the Journal of Lutz, and this, I believe, for the most part, is just flavor. I don't think it's terribly important. I could be wrong. Also don't care. Okay, so let's go to the workbench here. And we need to make some string. How much string do we need for the torch? We need 1 string and 1 branch. So let's make the string here. So we got the string, but we don't have a branch, so we're going to need... How do we not have a branch after all that I did? I don't know. Anyway, let's go here. I think you get... I'm trying to remember where you get the most branches from. I mean, you would think it would be from trees, but it might be from the smaller trees. I don't really remember. All right, we got logs, we got resin, we got bark. So we didn't get any branches there. So if I go to the smaller tree, maybe that'll help. Yeah, there's a branch right there. Okay. Right. So now we can make the torch. So we're going to craft that. Cool. And then over here, the torch needs to go into our light source slot, which I'm trying to remember where that... There it is, right there. Okay. So there we go. So now we've got the torch equipped, so when it's dark, we'll be able to see everything will be fine. Okay. And let's see, report back to Ashlyn. And we didn't even turn in the other quest yet. Alright. Okay, build a house on your land by yourself. All you need is enclose some space with walls and equip it with doors, and you could probably call it a house. Alright, let's talk to him for these other things. So this was about us beating up the punk that he had tied up. And then he wants us to kill a wild boar. He tied it up. The fighting ability of wild animals cannot be underestimated. If you set up a close encounter, you'll probably end up getting hit in the back. So, for such an opponent, long-range attacks are essential, so I'll give you several tools. Remember, some items can be thrown. So he just dropped them on the ground over here. So we're going to pick all those up. We got potions of confusion, we got oak bandages, we got potions of blindness, we got granite pebbles. Let's go ahead and talk to him again. Alright, so you set up the shared container. And also, our karma just went up, by the way. And if I'm not mistaken, as your karma goes up, your taxes go up. So, and I think what happens is you can actually sell your karma in towns if your tax burden is becoming obnoxious. Hey, there's weight right there. Finally noticed it. There's the weight. Okay, anyway. Right. Okay, so we need to build a house. We need to get this out of the way. So here's what we're going to do. I'm not going to make it anything special. It's not going to be anything ridiculous. You know, let's handle the board first. Let's just do that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pebbles and I'm going to put them here at number 2, and then I'm going to press 2. And then, as you see right here, if I right-click, I can throw the pebbles. So I smash a boar and slightly wound him. I miss. I miss. I slightly wound him. And so you can see his health, and then my bear, like an idiot, walks right up to him and starts getting hit. So what we could do then is we can throw a potion of... where did the potion of blindness go? Here it is right here. So I don't want to drink that. Clearly I don't want to drink that. So I'm going to move it here. And then I'm going to press 3. And then we can throw with right click. Alright, so now he's blind. And basically what I'm going to do is... This is essentially switching back to melee, because I don't think you can use this anyway. Now since he's blind, we're just going to auto. And he's dead. And he dropped a heart. That's nice. And there's a chicken. Alright, so let's turn that in. Alright, you now no longer have a problem with opponents who simply push you with force. They can surround you, cut off your retreat. Okay. The goal is defeat 100 enemies. Gotcha. Thank you. Alright, wonderful. So now we can do the house. Let's do this. Again, I don't know how big we're going to make it. I don't really care. So let's make Should we start with the walls? Let's start with the walls, I guess. I've got tons of grass, I got tons of leaves. So what I'm going to do is say... And luckily, this doesn't cost any stamina. I'm going to say, give me 21 grass walls. Alright, so we crafted them. Let me put those in my inventory. Our weight is still fine. So here they are right here. So let me move up here. Where do we want to put this? I kind of want to put it right here. This thing is in the way. I don't like this being in the way. Can I move this? Let's get this pebble out of here. Oh, there's a bunch of pebbles here, actually. So, restrain with a gallows or pick up the... I don't think I can move the gallows. That's a shame. Whatever. Let's build. So, I'm going to right-click here. Here's what we're going to do. Let's do this. So, we're going to make some walls like that. Again, I'm not terribly concerned about this right now. It doesn't have to be a gargantuan place. Let me just extend it one more time like that. And let's go just like right there, right? Now, I believe you have to have a wall in place to then make a door, but I don't want to trap myself in here right now. I don't care about trapping the bear. Okay, so that's closed. So now I need to make a door. So we have a grass door right here. I'm going to craft one. That's going to cost 2 stamina. Cool. And then we're going to go up here and put the door... Oh, was I wrong? I was wrong. Okay, so let's put that in the inventory. And let's mine this. Now we should be able to put the door down. Or I just don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so now it will allow me to place it here. Okay, let me put the wall back then. I don't understand why that... Okay, whatever. There's the door. Now we have a completed house. Technically. I mean, we still need a floor. But it's looking decent, right? And obviously over time you're going to want to upgrade your structures, with better materials. Obviously it's not great to have a place made out of grass. I'm sure you can figure out why. I don't know how many floors we need. I don't do math. Let's just start with 21. And we're going to go up here. And let's put the floors down. I mean, if it's a grass floor, there's already grass. I don't understand why this is necessary. I'm putting grass on top of grass. Alright, now I believe it's all taken care of. Yeah, alright, sweet. Okay, so let's go back here. Alright. So now that is done, I think we need to talk to Ash again. Alright, looks like your house is finished. Now you don't have to worry about staying out in the open exposed to the wind and the rain. Alright, the appearance and function of the house you build can be customized by using house boards. It sounds like boards to build with. That's not what he's talking about. Also, when you divide the space inside the house with walls, you create rooms, and then you can customize the rooms with room boards. Alright, so I'm going to give you a house plate and a room plate. In other words, boards. And then you can customize the house. Cool. Alright, so he dropped a bunch of stuff for us. So we got a house plate, a room plate, a training dummy, we got a recipe for a wall torch, and a recipe for a signboard workshop. You're sarcastic as ever. Shut up. Alright, so for the house plate, I don't know if you have to put it inside or outside. I don't even know if it matters. So I'm going to grab the house plate. Let's see. It says a tool can change various blah, blah, blah. It can be built on walls. So I'm going to right-click it. And yeah, I can place it here. You can adjust the altitude. Oh, whoops. No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. Don't want to do any of that. So we're going to put the plate right there. So now when I mouse over, I should be able... Maybe it has to be inside. I don't know. Also, let me not have this thing in my hand, maybe. Let me see if that makes a difference. I don't think it's going to work like this. So let's grab the plate and go inside. And put it... let's move it up to like right there. Now I should be able to use it in theory. I don't want to grab the house plate. Okay, here it is. So I used the middle mouse, the mouse wheel, I'm sorry. click the mouse wheel. So you can change the music for the house. You can also edit the appearance. So this is actually kind of cool. You can apply a template here, or you can customize it. With a template, like, we can do that, you know what I mean? We can do this. And then, of course, we can still change things if we want. We can have a flat roof. We can have a normal roof like that. We can change what it looks like. You know, this, like, give it this kind of appearance here. You can change that part. And the roof ramp, change that. Also, you can change the colors and how tall the place is. Like, we could have an obnoxious house like that, or just something, you know, normal. And so that's we're going to go with that. I mean, you know, no big deal. You can also change the foundation, what that looks like there, and the height of the foundation. There's just tons of stuff. Tons of stuff you can do here. Change the color. Anyway, so I'm going to save it, and it actually is going to bring up a and like an actual save thing in Windows, so I can save that, and I did. So anyway, I'm going to close that. And then also we can put the room plate. The whole place is a room, so, you know, who cares? But let's scroll up and then place that there. And so now if I middle mouse, I can change the access type for the room. I can change the name of the room, all this kind of stuff here. So that's taken care of. I don't know why it ended up looking this way. After I saved it, it didn't apply. We did something wrong, but I don't care. There you go. Also, we have a training dummy. I'm going to go ahead and just put this down like right here. And we can actually train our combat skills. So like if we left click, see, we're going to use our stamina, time is going to pass. But if we do this long enough, and it's not going to happen right now, we will level up our skills. So right now we are tired, so we're going to have to sleep. So what I want to do is grab the bed with right mouse, and we're going to walk into here, and I'm going to put this bed down right there, so that we're not sleeping outside. And then we're going to left click, and it gives us all this stuff. We're going to sleep. And there you go. Alright, cool. Alright, so let's see. We learned how to make a barrel. And of course we wake up in the middle of the night. Of course we do. We need to eat something, so let's eat some blueberries. They're not rotten, but you want to keep an eye on the descriptions here. Let's talk to Ash. Alright. Okay, that looks really weird. Okay, so I guess we did all... Yeah, we turned in all the quests, so there's going to be some more stuff here at the quest board. Alright, here's the tax liability, which is fantastic. Alright, it pains me to dampen your enthusiasm as you're eager to settle in your new home, but this is something you'll eventually learn anyway. The land is yours, and you can do whatever you want, but it's in Mycelia, and you gotta pay taxes. And if you don't pay your taxes, you are in a lot of trouble. So it's going to be a while till your tax bill is due, but just know that that's happening. So it says now for this tax liability quest, we just got to wait till we get the tax bill. Isn't that wonderful? It's just like real life. Okay, Frontier Inspector. There's someone I want you to meet. Alright, I haven't mentioned this, but it's customary to have a Frontier Inspector in Mycelian colonies. Alright, you don't have to have it, but yeah, no, I want the Inspector. I want someone to come live here. Alright, so it's an excellent Inspector I know for the land. He's a bit of a difficult personality, but his work is solid. So allow me to introduce my friend, Lloydel. Here's Lloydel. Promising land where coins will be flying everywhere, you said. So I came. Did I mishear? This is nothing but an unprepared, godforsaken, bloody wilderness. I demand a proper explanation, Ashland. I'm a busy man. What's the meaning of this? Why have you called me to this wilderness full of grass and rocks? Alright. So he's basically telling you, it's going to get good, Lloydel. Just give it some time, right? Alright. And then Lloydel is obviously a little difficult. You know, he's not happy about the situation. Alright. Okay, so he's going to take the job. Alright, let me introduce myself. I'm Lloydel. I like fine Olvina or Olvina wine and efficient development plans, and I hate incompetent pioneers. Alright, so if you're unsure about anything regarding the management of your home or life in Tyrus, he's the one to consult. So now we got somebody else living here. There's Lloydel. We can talk to him. And we could say, you know, let me see your home equipment. He sells some stuff. Faction board, resident list, some block recipes, a build board, a quest. We already have quest boards. We can get the build board though. Let's go ahead and buy that. And I'm not too worried about these other recipes right now. Also, we can say we can also take him with us when we leave to go out into the world map, which is sometimes a good idea, sometimes maybe not, because then they might die. But anyway, can you give me advice? And then you can ask about all these things like your home ranking, the Hearthstone, opening businesses. Yes. You can open businesses and have all kinds of shops. I told you last time in the first episode, there is so much you can do in this game. It's absolutely ridiculous. Anyway. Alright. So, this is Fiamma. I want you to look for a puppy. Okay. Before we arrived here, a cute little puppy grew attached to me, and it followed us everywhere, but it ran off and didn't come back. There's a cave near where we were resting. I'm worried that the puppy might have wandered deep into it. It's not a very dangerous place. It's northwest of here. Go check it out. So we're going to see what a little bit of combat is like. So let's just go ahead and do this. I don't want to be carrying all this weight when it's not really necessary. So I'm going to open this, and I am going to deposit these logs, because they weigh quite a lot, and then we don't need these floors or other things. Then what I want to do is read these recipes real quick. And then I want to place the build board, just so I'm not, again, not carrying it. Where did it go? There it is. No, I don't want to put it away. I just want to place it. There we go. So if I click on this, we can build certain things, and we can designate lowering flattening the ground, you know, that kind of thing. But we're not going to worry about that at this moment. So let's go to this cave. Man, you know what? Hold on. Can I make any weapons? I don't have any weapons. This is kind of weird. I don't think I can make weapons right now, can I? I don't... So the sawmill will make planks, and that'll be a good way to make some money. We'll see how that all works here shortly, probably in the next episode. Tinker's table, I don't remember what you make there. Carpenter's table could possibly allow us to make some stuff. So you see here, you need 4 planks to make this carpenter's table. Let's just do this real quick. Let's make a sawmill. Alright. And I'm going to just start like putting these around the house, maybe. So I'm going to just place that there. Click on the sawmill. It tells you you can turn logs into planks, you can turn branches into sticks. Of course, I put the logs in our storage, but if you click here, you can see you can actually access your store. Oh, actually, I had more. Never mind. I thought you could access the storage. I'm stupid. Who cares? Let's put these in here. So we're getting more planks. These are made of something else. These are rosewood. These are cedar. Alright, so we did that. Let's go back over here. And let's see, what do we need? We need a... It doesn't have to be a granite stone, it just needs to be a stone. So, we're going to pick this up. Fantastic. Back to the workbench. And we can now make a carpenter's table. Right, our stamina's down to 20, that's alright. And let's place this right here. Yes, okay, so you can make a wooden weapon, that's right. But I'm going to need optional rune. We don't have any runes, obviously. But I do want to make something. Also, the boomerang's really nice. Actually, we only need 2 strings to make a boomerang right now. Whoops. So give me 2 strings. Sweet. Go back here. Boomerang time. Craft that for me. Sweet. Right, we're down to 12 stamina. We're going to have to rest soon, but whatever. Alright, so the boomerang, I'm going to drop this here into number 2. That's going to be a good ranged weapon, all around kind of thing. Right. Okay, so now, okay, that's not where I need to be. Okay, so to make the wooden weapon, I'm going to need 2 logs, a string, and 2 sticks. Do I have any branches? I don't have branches right now. Okay. So let's put the planks away. We don't need those. Yeah, oh no, we did use the logs from the inventory. Okay. Yeah, I don't like the stamina situation. We're not going to be able to get a ton done right now. Alright, how many logs? I got 1 log? Are you serious? Okay, there we got a bunch of logs that time. We're going to need a string. We make that. Now we're going to need sticks, which we'll have to make from branches. Did I get branches? No. So let's find the small tree here. Go back here, please. Did I not? No, I didn't choose it. There we go. There's a branch. That should have been a... Yeah, we got branches there, too. Cool. I'm done. Do I have what I need now? No. What am I missing? Oh, I didn't make the sticks because I already forgot because I'm old. Oh, alright, so I'm going to put the branches in here. Alright, we should have 2 sticks. Yes, we now have 2 sticks. Yes, now we can make the wooden weapon. Excellent. Cool. Alright, so let me go here, and what did we make? We made a wooden long spear. It's 3d3 plus 0, 64% chance to hit, 25% penetration. It pursues the target that evades an attack. It can attack distant targets. That's cool. So let's move that here into number 3. So now we got the spear. Awesome. Okay, let me grab some berries while we're here. And of course we're tired, so that's just kind of how it goes. Let's sleep. So now, once we wake up, we can go to this cave and show you what the dungeon delving is like in this game, because dungeon delving can be a huge part of it if you want it to be. We learned how to make a poster. Alright, that's cool. And we need to eat something. We're going to have to pick up some food. The flowers are not rotten, so we can eat these. The flowers don't do a lot for your satiation, so you have to eat a lot of them, but they will keep you alive. These mushrooms will keep you alive too. Alright, so let's go to the world map. And northwest is the Puppy's Cave, and you see it says Danger Level 2. The caves and the dungeons on the map are called Nephia, and there are some that are kind of permanent, like this one, but there are others that will pop up as time goes on, as the days and the seasons change. You'll see all kinds of new dungeons everywhere, so that's pretty sweet. So let's, as we're moving here, I gotta find some food. So I'm gonna go to this next tile and just see if we can find some stuff. So an appy, or however you say that, is something to eat. Uh-oh, we've got a goblin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to my boomerang, and I'm going to throw it. And again, you see we're doing some decent damage here with it. There we go. Go back here and give me this appy. Okay, what? Hey, alright. The bear's taking care of business. Anyway, I want to find stuff to eat. I mean, flowers will do. That's not really what I want. I was hoping to find some bear... Okay, here we go. Here's some more... appy or whatever. There's a yeek. Oh, okay. We weren't within range to hit him, but that's okay. There's a bat. So if I left click to throw, if I'm not in range, it'll move towards it, but we were in range. But the bat has moved away. So we gotta chase. And of course now it's getting dark, it's even harder to see him. Okay, well, okay. That was a bit of a pain, but we got it done. Alright, there's some more nuts. And I guess we'll just grab these flowers. And we'll basically be eating flowers. Maybe we'll find something to eat in the cave. I don't know. Right, more nuts. Okay, so that's good. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's move on to the cave. Alright, we're immediately faced with a gnome, but I have the high ground. I'm gonna hit him with the boomerang. He's done. Alright, exploring a cave already? You're becoming like a real adventurer. But before you go deeper, take a look at yourself. You sure that's enough armor? Caves have lots of enemies. If you have an unequipped slot or two, you might want to turn back for your own safety. At your base, you can craft simple weapons and armor, or you can browse the shops in town. Protection value, PV, is a crucial stat that reduces the damage you take from enemies. So basically what they're telling us is we're not ready for this, because the only thing we're wearing in terms of gear is a shirt. So we shouldn't be here, is what they're telling us. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave, and we're going to go back home. And our next priority is going to be making gear for ourselves. But we are out of time right now, so thank you very much for hanging out. Let's eat some flowers real quick. I do appreciate it. Please hit like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you all next time.